Okay, so I was going to come on here and do the second part of the script that I made earlier today, and just as soon as I was coming on, we have this huge drop. We have this huge drop in price. Let me see something. I'm gonna open up a man. It's continuing to drop. Look at that. Would you look at that? Why? Why is it doing that? Who cares about the why? Who cares about the why? What's happening? Is it going to turn around right here? That's the new question. TikTok. Okay, so this is the one that I adjusted when we were on the live earlier, but I'm not getting much of a reading right here, so I'm going to change that here in just a second. See if there's any new information. Is this going to continue down? Going down for the next leg. Maybe not. Okay, tick. All right. That is on down there. Well, maybe right here, that bar there, but this increased number of asks still makes it look like it wants to drop some more. But I'm not an aficionado of looking for bearish moves. I'm still primarily focused on looking at any type of bullish move or pullback or reversal. So yeah, this isn't even all that strong, and then this is not that strong either. So gotta get what you get and then take it short. I mean, but again, really, I mean, come on. Look at that. Are you really betting on longs right now? I mean, right now? short term. Six. All right, that's be averted. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I had to take some trades there. I say 23.25 is where I'm looking to get out. Right there. I'm gonna get out right here. Come on. One more tick. And it's actually gonna blast through that. It's gonna come all the way up here to 26. That's okay. I'll take that. A little bit 120. I'll take that. All right. TikTok bar is the one that I was looking at with you guys earlier. So, like I said, this is the. Uh-oh. Yeah, told you. Just blasted right through me. But that's all right. I've got profit. What? What happened to all my profit? Sad face. anyways, okay, well, don't want to go chasing now, do we? No, we don't. All right, so we just leave it there. And so here, let's see, what does that say? 0, 0, 0. So all those max times are 0, which that doesn't make sense. So let's see what the data is here. I feel like we needed to do intrabar persist on value 1. Yes. Okay, value 1 here. This needs to be intrabar persist value 1. So once that gets updated, it gets rid of all this, and now to restart. Now we'll see what we get. Okay, but when we came to here, I'm gonna make this quick because family is getting ready for nighttime and all that good stuff. So I'm glad I didn't try to wait for 26. Didn't do it all in one swoop. But looks like it may do it now. Okay, but look at all this. Look at all this ask pressure, all this selling pressure right here, though. So it might have a little bit of trouble getting over that. And sure enough, okay. I was here under exam. Okay, so when I was working on the script earlier, we got as far as having the red, I think having the red dot show up there. And after the red dot shows up, then we're looking for higher lows and then a lower high, which I thought I had it earlier, but that doesn't qualify right there. So when we get the red dot, we're looking for a higher high, higher high, higher high, and then after we get higher highs, we want to get a lower high, and after we get lower highs, we want to take the first candle that has a new higher high, which would be this one. This guy over here, I see that this is a the entry area, entry idea right here, but then we have a lower high. I guess it's saying that it qualifies because the bar prior to it was a lower high. We have a higher high. Now we have a lower high. Now this is the higher high. So I was going to come on here and play with that a little bit, and maybe I won't have time to play with it. I'll just show you what I came up with. So I ended up doing this here, and I'm saying that if condition 10 is true, which means that we did get a red bar there. So if condition 10 is true, then we're going to begin count 1 plus equal to 1. And if count 1 is greater than 0, and the high is greater than the high of a bar ago, yeah, and that's why we got that, because this here becomes, then this is count 1, and this high is higher than the bar before it. So technically it needs to be count 1 plus equal to 1 if count 1 is greater than 1. No, it didn't get rid of it. I would think if this would become count 1 is plus equal to 1. And then count 1 needs to be reset to 0. If we do get all this to be true, then we need to reset count 1 equal to 0. Did we not reset it up here anywhere? Count 1 equals to 0, and then that was our new high, which I'd rather get in here than to get in here, of course. Or maybe if we're looking at it as an entry candle, it needs to be a bullish candle. Oh, that's a bearish candle, and that one was appropriate. Maybe one of the conditions will say that there's got to be less than like 6 in a row. I don't know. This is one a higher high, 2, 3, 4, 5 higher highs in a row. So I mean, you can play with it a variety of ways to come up with your conditions, but like I said, in order to make that true, I did hit 26. Did hit 26. And then we got this ass coming in. All right, so this is what I was looking for here. Interesting. Max time. Let's make this. Can I have the color set? I think I set the color. So yeah, set the color, so I can't change the color without restarting the lines. But you see that these lines are the same all throughout here, and then this line and this line differ on this bar, and now it's differing on this bar. Does that mean that this bar it differed so it pulled back, and this bar it differs so it pushes up? Is that what it means? I don't know, but that is pushing up a little bit. And like the way I like to trade, smaller time frame, scalping, that kind of thing, if I have just a little bit of an edge, that's all I need. If I could see that this right here was a pullback instead of, you know, a significant pullback instead of a continuation to continue on, I would take this all day. And then you get down here and you say, all right, well, take this. You know, it's going bearish, so don't continue to take it bearish. Take it bullish for a little bit of a pullback. Might be a reversal, might be a pullback, but either way, look for it to go in the opposite direction. You know, short term scalp, that's fine for me. So, oh, and I mean, it's not a very high amount, but you got this right here. So this peaked up a little bit too. So which gives me the idea that this might hold. Got that, and you got this. Like I said, this is my first time seeing this here, so I don't know if that's, you know, how valid that is. But look at those. Did the same thing. got to take a chance. You got to take a chance. Maybe. 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 So once that's true, I think once this is true, we need to shut all this down if we have a low lower than this, which we had that before, right? So here, if C3 is equal to true, and C3 of a bar goes false, then again, low H is the low of data 2. If low of data 2 is less than low H, then value 1 is going to be equal to 0. Let's do this. That and condition 10 is equal to false. And okay, that worked for that. And it still left that, so very good. Okay. That looks good. That one there is not as well. Again, we're doing these like kind of pre-market hours. That one there, not as good. Yeah. I don't think those qualify. I mean, they're not good. Okay. But again, not the idea is not to have the best strategy for this, because that's not what I was attempting to do. The idea is to be able to come up with the syntax to make things work, and so that when I do come up with a great idea, I can just boom plug it right in and don't have to be fumbling for hours like I did here. So let's just try to come up with something real quick. To show you the idea of how I was able to get that to work. So we're going to do a show me. And we're going to call this condition chaining. Practice. Okay. So essentially, we're looking for a series of conditions to happen in a certain order. So like here you have a long bull, and then you got a higher high, higher high, higher high. Then you have a lower high with a large bottom wick, and then you have a higher high. And then I want to, if we get a lower high, then I want to short that. So let's see what that might look like. So gotta get some conditions to make this valid. And it shouldn't apply in a bunch of different scenarios. It should apply just for this scenario, just because of the way we're doing it. So we're gonna say that if we have, look at that, this has equal high, equal high. So we'll say if high, if we're just going to make it short as possible, if high is equal to high of Vargo and low is equal to low of Vargo, then begin. this is how I did it before, so let's see if it works. So that should fire off this right here. Then plot 1 low. Okay. Over here, condition chaining practice. Show me. Right, so we got that. So the high, you have equal highs and equal lows. It actually happens multiple times, which is surprising to me, but okay. All right, so if that's true, then we don't want to just plot, we want to say we want to say condition 1 is equal to true. Because we need to turn something on right here. So something gets turned on and stays on continuously, right? So we could say like then condition 1 is equal to true, else condition 1 equals false. Now if condition 1 is equal to true, then begin. So now once condition 1 is turned on and that's equal to true. So I think this is where I was messing up before. I was saying if condition 1 is equal to true and something else, then da da da. But instead of saying that, I just need to say if condition 1 is equal to true, this is turned on. So now we just look for the next condition. If condition 1 is equal to true, then so if condition 1 is equal to, well, I think I do have to say and, because condition 1 will stay true the whole time, so that's already turned on. So now we have to say condition 1 is equal to true and so now we want to say if the high is higher than the bar before it, then it's continuing to be true. Condition 1 is equal to true and high is greater than high a bar ago, then condition 2 is equal to true, else condition 2 equals false. So now this is going to set us up all throughout here with these higher highs. Now we'll look for the higher low. If condition 2 is equal to true, which just means that condition 1 was true, now we have a higher high. So the condition 2 means that we have a higher high. So condition 2 is equal to true. We have to say of a bar ago. Because just as soon as we get a lower high, it's going to turn condition 2 off. Condition 2 of a bar ago is equal to true. And well, if we don't have a higher high, which was true, and we have a lower high, then condition 2 would have to be false. So, but we'll say if condition 2 of bar is equal to true and high is less than high of Bargo, then condition 3 is equal to true. So that's our lower high. Alright, than I'm still not with it. I'm gonna have to play with this some more tomorrow. If condition 3 of embargo is equal to true and high is less than high is greater than high embargo. So I should have plotted this one right here. But I see a number of reasons why I wouldn't do that. If high is equal to 1, then condition 1 is equal to true. I think I need to just not turn these off. To leave those on, and then just set everything to false afterwards. So if those things are true, then we're going to begin. We're going to turn everything. We're going to plot it, and then we're going to turn all those conditions back off for the restart. Got that. That's not the one I was looking for. So this started it. No, I was actually looking for this one. This started it. This is the second one. It's just the second one. Condition 1 is equal to true. Condition 1 is equal to true. High is greater than high of embargo. Condition 2 is equal to true. Condition 2 of embargo. Yeah, see, that's not how I did it. That's not how I did it. So what I did, was something like this. All right. Let me go back and see what that other chart is doing. Oh man, it continued to move up. All right, so it did kind of hold that, but it wicked it out, and then it moved up. Back up to that 26 though. Ooh, that's good. That's good. Again, where we were showing earlier, where we have this discrepancy. We have this move up, but this kept flat. That was a point of rejection. Where we had this line move up and this one was flat. That was a point of a minor rejection. And then here where we had this one move up and this one was flat, that was also a point of rejection. So that's good. That's awesome. Okay, so, and not only that, but we got a high number of marks too. Plus, we got the market significantly responded to that area. And we got high amount of ticks and indecision. So yeah, that is a pretty significant. That's a pretty significant response. All right, good. So maybe that's the next strategy. All right. But as far as this, let's see, if high is equal to high embargo, then plot 1, plot the low. Okay. So we so if high was then we begin. Because what I did before was I said then begin if high is greater than high of a bar ago, and find the low. And right, because that doesn't make sense. Not when we're beginning there. That's essentially kind of what I did on the other ones. That doesn't work. So if the high is equal to the high of a bar ago, and low is equal to low of a bar ago, alright, and we're gonna plot that. I'm gonna plot that, okay? How about we just say then condition 1 is equal to true. I think I used like ones and zeros before, which worked pretty well, but condition 1 is equal to true. If condition 1 is equal to true and high is greater than high of a bar ago, then condition 2 equals true. Condition 1 of a bar ago. If condition 2 of a bar ago equals true and high is less than high of a bar ago, then condition 3 is equal to true. Condition 3 of a bar ago is equal to true and high is greater than high of a bar ago, and condition 4 is equal to true. That should be this top bar right here. Now, say if condition 4 of a bar ago is equal to true and high is less than high of bar ago, then condition 5 equals true. If condition 5 equals true, then begin. What do we want to do? We want to plot plot the high, and then we want to reset all the conditions. Condition 1 equals false. Condition 2 equals false. Condition 3 equals false. Okay, well, we got this one, but we were aiming for this one. So we got the higher highs, now we got a lower high. So this was the lower high that we were talking about. So we went up, higher highs, then we got the lower high. I think it just skipped the condition 5. It's got to be the condition 4. If a bar goes true and high is less than high 1. Well, what is condition 4? Condition 4 says that condition 3 of a bar goes true and high is 5 to be true. Condition 4 has to be true right here. Boom. Not sure why it needed to be that. The only thing I can think of is when this is initialized as having equal highs and equal lows. I'm saying that condition 1 is equal to true. That's not to say that these conditions aren't also at true, and if they are also somehow at true, when we come in here, then it'll allow condition 4 to jump. It'll allow things to jump because those conditions are already turned on, and they may be turned on through these other conditions, through these other criteria. In and through here, they might get turned on randomly, and now they're on. But they should at least be reset when we start the new criteria. And so that's what I did. At the new criteria, I mean, you would assume that they're all at false, but to actually set them all to be false looks like the right way to go. Plus, when we get the criteria to be met at condition 5 up here, then we're definitely turning them off as false anyway after we plot. So yeah, that's good. So let's plot something when we get those double highs so we know where we're at. So plot 2, we're gonna plot the low, I'm gonna plot it green. Alright, so here are our equal highs and equal lows. So we're looking for a higher high, and then we keep getting lower highs, and that's fine. And then we get another higher high, and then our first lower high that we get, that's our entry. Same thing over here. We get our equal highs, we get higher highs, lower high. Now we get our next higher highs, and then our lower high is our entry. Same thing over here. You get our equal highs and equal lows. You get a higher high, you get lower highs, you get higher highs, and then your lower highs is your entry. So, yeah, very cool. Okay, so I've got to make myself a note of how I did this. But it was essentially what I've done. Like I said, what I was doing before was saying that this had to be true, and if this was true, then condition 3 is equal to true, else it equal to false. And I think what was happening is when I turned it off, when I turned it equal to false, it would So like here, once we get condition 1 to equal to true, I need condition 1 to stay on the whole time. Even if something else funky happens, I need to stay on the whole time. So when I was saying it's equal to true or else, it would be true here, and then I would end up turning it off somewhere throughout here. And once that gets turned off, then the rest of it can't work. So if I put else condition 3 is equal to false. Okay. For kicks and giggles. Still there. Still standing. It is still strong. A few good men. Alright, well, I just proved myself wrong, which is okay too. But I didn't. So it's fine for these, but not for this first one. Not for this one. Oh, no. I said and. Come on, Breeze. Okay. Alright, yeah, so you can do that for all of them. Oh, I put and here too. True and else. Okay. Yeah, so this works here too. Okay. Noted. Alright, let me do myself a screenshot so I can add it to my notes. Yeah. Okay. And then just make sure that I think probably the main issue that I was having was that I didn't have everything turned off here. I didn't ensure that everything was coming into the equation as being false, right? So if you take out condition 2 equal to false, and now you try it, okay, now we don't have any issues, but let's take out 2 through 5 and verify, and we still don't have any issues. What? Interesting, because just a minute ago well, it's probably a combination of the fact that I added these on, and these are here. So let's take all these out. Okay, and when we took those out, well, naturally it wouldn't work because we don't even have condition 1 equal to true here. So we gotta at least have condition 1 equal to true. Okay, and still works perfectly, actually. So something I did along here made it foolproof. Let's do that. Boom, boom, boom. Getting those else statements out of there. Okay. Alright, so still looks good. And now we're going to get these out of here. And then this will be how I was saying before. Right. Okay, so now it's off. So without me putting these, if I put these else condition false statements, then it's fine. If I don't put the else condition false statements, then I need to make sure that I do set everything as equal to false before I come into it. I think the safest thing to do is really when I come into it, when I come into the conditions, just make sure that everything is already set as false. mean, like I said, you can do it here, and it's fine if you do it here. And you can do it in both places, but I think you at least need to come into the function, into the formula area with a clean slate, making sure that everything is set as false. So I'd rather do it this way than do it this way. But this way is okay. It's not necessarily overkill. It's fine. And then when you get to the end, when you do plot, just be sure to reset everything back at false as well. All right, so that's it, and that's all I'm gonna do. All right, so still 51 minutes. Gosh, I don't know how to make them short. All right, what happened since we left? Okay, so we haven't gotten any more of these kind of divergence areas through here. We haven't got any really high marks through here. So, looks like it's just going sideways at this point. Alright, well, I'm gonna hop off of here and go to bed. So, hope you guys got a little something out of it tonight. And I will chat with you later. I'm Eric. I'm out. Hey.